Hi, this is Ralph Wilson with Web Marketing. Today I'm in San Jose at the eMetrics Web Optimization Summit, here with Jason Burby, one of the speakers and an expert in measuring what happens on your website. Today I want to talk with you about this determining the value of various kinds of website behaviors. And that sounds kind of esoteric, but it's very important. What does that mean?
It does sound a little uncomfortable and difficult to, we refer to it as monetization. And the idea is assigning dollar values or relative values between different site behaviors. The reason that's important is you see a lot of people not sure what to prioritize on their website. Do we want people to call the 800 number? Do we want them to fill out a form? Which of these 10 products do we feature on the homepage? And where do all these different things that could be going on, how do we rank them and determine what is really driving revenue and profit for us as a company?
Because if you don't know that, anything goes. I can remember when I published a newsletter called Dr. eBiz. When I determined that every subscription would get me $2.58 annually, then my goal was very focused on getting more subscriptions.
Exactly. And so the risk of not doing this is leaving money on the table as a business. It's a matter of, and that example is great. You may have had 5 other things prioritized above it that were only worth 30 cents each or $1 each. But once you understand that relative value, it can really change the way in which you're doing things. If you're running different media and have a call to action, so certain things you want people to do when they come to the site, can help you understand how effective was I when I did that. Was it worth it to pay $1 to get someone to come to my site? In your example, if they signed up for the newsletter, it absolutely was.
Yeah, because it was advertising driven. Now, not all these values are easy to come by. Now, an e-commerce kind of thing, if they buy some product, then you can get an idea of what the value of that is. But filling out a form or finding a store, how do you determine the value of something, an action like that?
Right. You're absolutely right. The e-commerce piece is easy. We can just see it's worth $42. It's easy, but it's often the least useful because it's kind of a known entity. When we look at something like, I'll use an 800 number as an example. For a lot of our clients, a lot of the people we talk to, we encourage them to put a unique 800 number on their website that's only found on the website. And there's a few benefits to that. You know that they're calling from the website, but you can also track the number of calls that come from the web channel in to a call center or just a single 800 number you have. That can be valuable because then you can determine, okay, what's the average order value of those people calling in? What is the average profit margin? Are we able to upsell them? Are we able to decrease the likelihood that they're going to return and increase their satisfaction? And we might find that the average order value through an e-commerce checkout, so someone going through adding to the cart checking out, is $45. Yet for the same product group, when we get someone to call into the website, it's $75. Call into the call center, it's $75, and the margins are higher. If you don't know that, you might just be pushing. There's some case where companies will try to hide that 1-800 number because they think of it as just an additional cost to their business, which is the way that you naturally think of it. We have to hire more people to do it. Once you can quantify that, you can start to say, this is actually a really positive thing.
Or
we do want to drive
it is
some
more
people.
Expensive. Or whatever the case is.
Absolutely, we need to hide it more. Yeah. But the issue, Ralph, is most people don't take the time to really understand those relative values. Another one is filling out a form, as you mentioned. So what is the value of getting someone to fill out a form to request more information? And the way we look at that, again, it's not going to be spit out of a report to say it's worth $45. The way we look at that is we say, okay, maybe we get 100 people in a month to fill out the form, or 1,000. 100 people fill out a form in a month. And we track those people, so we look at those leads that come in, and we determine that we sold to 10 of those people. So 10% of the people that filled out a form we sold to. We can determine the average order value. We can then, just doing some basic math, determine what is it worth on average for everyone that fills that form out. So there's part of this that is making best estimates, talking to surveying customers on likelihood to buy. You don't need to be exact. What we're looking for is a relative comparison on this.
And I suppose that it's not quite that simple because we're talking about different actions they could take, but some people will never take. They'll never call someone up. Or I want to go to a store. Where is the store? If you can't show me that, I'm gone. Because that's what they came for.
Exactly, and that's where getting in and really understanding the visitor's intent is key. Asking them the questions, why are you here? Were you able to do what you wanted to do successfully? And you might find a lot of people are there to find your store location, They couldn't find it, they left frustrated. So what is it worth to you as a business? What's it worth to you to help X% more of those people get to the store location, and ultimately a percentage of those are going to come in?
This is hard work, monetizing the various web behaviors, but it is very rewarding, because if you can discover the best ROI and feature that and increase the ROI of your entire store or online presence as a result of it, it could be big time profit for you. So
it absolutely is, and it's a matter of determining and understanding the value of that, and then getting in there and again featuring the right things. There's a lot of it can be difficult, but without taking a stab at it, we refer to it just flying flying blind. You don't have a relative idea.
Well, thanks so much for sharing with us, Jason. Tell me about your business and what you do.
You bet. I'm the Chief Analytics and Optimization Officer for ZAAZ. We're based in Seattle. We have offices throughout the United States as well as Europe. I'm also co-author of Actionable Web Analytics, Using Data to Make Smart Business Decisions, a book about defining goals, monetization, assigning values, and improving website performance.
Well, thanks so much. This is Ralph Wilson with Web Marketing Today.